Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm by myself today. Nobody else is able to make it. I'm reacting to the Xbox Developer Direct. There was music playing on the video earlier, but maybe they stopped it in the last few minutes here. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be reacting to the Xbox Developer Direct. This is the first big showcase of the year. I'm excited. I know we're gonna be getting some updates on Expedition 33, South of Midnight, and Doom: The Dark Ages, and then there's a mystery game involved. I'm hoping we'll see something from Fable or Perfect Dark. I don't think it's either of those. I think it's something else. Um, I don't know what it is exactly. I didn't do any sort of follow up on like investigating on what else we could be seeing. But nonetheless, I'm excited. Of course, we got the Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2 that's happening in April. We will be live reacting to that as well. And yeah, I gotta make sure I do have sound because I'm a little concerned. No, I don't. Why don't I have sound? I did have sound a second ago. Oh, it's on the wrong source. Because my headphones just shut off. So if you guys can't hear anything, I'm sorry. It was working a second ago when I hit live. I don't know why everything just shut off. All right. I'm gonna have to I'm just gonna have to pretend there's sound here. If something goes wrong, I'll make a new video, new stream to just do everything a little bit late. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, there we go. I got sound. Can we hear it? Yes, we can hear it. Everything's working now. Let me turn it up. 4 games. 4 studios. I don't know if it said what studio it was. Xbox game. Oh, they're starting off with the secret one. Maybe we'll have 5 then. Sometimes they do that. Alright guys, I'm posting the socials on my phone, on my personal account. Because I didn't have time for that. Oh, Team Ninja! Getting something, Hellblade or something?
こんにちは、コエテクモゲームズチーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですが、こちらをご覧ください。
I'm still out of it today.
Several years ago,
I slept in.
the Dark Dragon, youngest of the
Had to
divine
go shovel
dragon
snow.
gods,
Just sat
wreaked
down
havoc
now for
across
the
the
reaction.
world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission. No escape.
Hayabusa.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever your clan is plotting, it ends here.
Ninja Gaiden. Right? Never played these.
So you've come, Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa.
They look cool though.
I
They
will
kind of do look up my
execute
alley.
my mission.
Ninja Gaiden 4.
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年以上大変お待たせしました。最強の忍者となり容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。プラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生み出してこられました。忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で竜はやぶさも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に
Okay,
関
I
わ
can
ってきま
focus
す。
now.
なぜヤクモと戦うことになった
Everything
の
was
か、
going wrong.
竜はやぶさ
Well,
が
let's
戦う
post
目
this
的は
stuff.
何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
物語は黒竜がもたらした正気の雨によって荒廃した首都東京が舞台となっています。
Let me see something here.
この雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。今作の新主人公であり、はやぶさと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。
This setting is awesome.
前作より立体的に自由度の増した
Everything looks super cool.
危険に満ちたステージをリングやシリーズおなじみの対術
Should I play the
忍
Ninja
者アク
Gaiden
ションを駆使
games?
して乗り越えていくことになります。レールアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを多く追加しました。これら以外にも
Also, I love how Xbox
隠されたアイテムなどを用意して、
um
ステージが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思いま
because
す。
this is a Ninja Theory's oh sorry, Team Ninja is third party, right?
新しい主人
But
公のヤクモ
I'm just
は
looking at like
竜はやぶさに
Xbox
次ぐ新たな町人
closed
です。
down their
彼
only
にはまだ
Japan
若さ
studio
も
and
残
now
って
they're
います
opening
が、
up their
カ
big
ラス一門を背負う
showcase
天
for
才
the
忍者
year,
でもあり、
starting off with a
忍者ガイデンシリーズにおける
big
忍者の
Japanese
頂
game.
点竜と肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。そんな
Yeah,
ヤクモの前に
this is
立ち
from
塞
Koei
がる
Tecmo,
のは
so
荒れ果てた東京の
Team
治安
Ninja.
維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る
Interesting way to start it
竜神
off.
島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、続報にご期待ください。
従来のシリーズからバ
That's cool.
トルスピードをさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。さらにヤクモが使える新要素、結節忍術。
I think a lot of
例の型を
the
駆使した
older
ダイナミッ
games
クな
are
攻撃によ
backwards
って
compatible on
これまでから
Xbox.
大きく進化した
So maybe
一
these
体
are
他の
games I
戦闘を
should
可能
check
にし
out.
ました。ヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない 広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率付きも健在です。プレイヤー同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら、一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。ヌエの方によって忍者ガイデンのアクションの味わいにさらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
特にアクションに関しては手触り、バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや、滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。ヤクモ、そして竜ハヤブサの双方で飛燕、水直落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ、新アクションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承、さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションやダイナミックな演出も取り入れ、進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
容赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作品になっておりますので、ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわたってプラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで忍者ガイデン4の開発を進めてきましたが、ついに発表することができて非常に嬉しく思います。2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみにしています。続報にもぜひご期待ください。
Come on, Game Pass, Xbox Series, that went way too fast.
さて、本日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません。
One more thing,
こちらを
we're at the
ご覧ください。
start of the video. We're getting one more thing. Damn. Holy shit. Oh. Damn. Just chopped in half. This is insane.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
I like the 2000s 2000s goth action movie music going on here.
Go back to hell.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に
Interesting.
Xbox
So what,
360で
they're
発売し、
remaking
バイオレンスな
it?
表現とハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち
There
戻
was a
り
Ninja Gaiden Black on the Xbox. I was
忍者ガイデン2の完全版と
I
して
was looking this stuff up for different
綺麗なグラフィッ
reasons
クでお楽し
yesterday.
みいただ
Looked
けるのは
unrelated to this at all.
に加え
Because I'm not familiar with the Ninja Gaiden series, okay? I mean, I'm aware of them, I just haven't played any of the games, right? But I was looking at lists of the Xbox games, yesterday.
シリーズを長年応援いただい
And
ている皆様
Ninja
は
Gaiden
もちろんの
Black
こと
was showing up
本
because
日
there's Ninja
を
Gaiden
知
and
って
Ninja
いただい
Gaiden
た
Black.
皆様も Ninja Gaiden
I didn't
4
realize they're
発売
two
前に
separate
ぜひ本
games
作をお楽しみください
until I was like looking into them a little bit deeper.
今
So
年は
yeah,
チーム
Ninja
忍者
Gaiden
創立
2
30
Black.
周年の節目であり 本日
So
発
these
表
are
させていただい
the.
た忍者ガイデン4を含め
I'm guessing the first
2025
Black
年
was
は
a
忍者の
remake.
年イヤーオブザ忍者となりますぜひ
Uh,
忍者ガイデンシリーズの展
That's
開
like
にご注目くだ
giving
さ
a
い
little more
本
context
日は
now.
ありがとうございました
Ooh, that's cool. It kind of reminds me of the Xbox 360 game Wet. Where it had that kind of visual style when you're attacking people. Alright, now we're getting... Oh, no, we're going completely out of order here. Okay, cool. This is the most unique game of the 4, I think. Very different. But most intriguing, I would say. And it's a cool art style. It's like a lower frame rate, like intentionally. Like you're playing
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion
Spider-Verse.
Games here in Montreal, Canada.
Woo.
At our studio, we care about world building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the magical noir of Contrast to
Oh,
the
yeah.
alternate history of We Happy Few, we
Yeah,
draw
yeah.
inspiration from the landscape to shape mood, drama, and intrigue. For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist.
Cool.
So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
Yeah, that's very
It is really picking up out
intentionally
there.
low
Did you
frame
pack
rate.
everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
We wouldn't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
Oh shit.
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical world where she'll learn who she really is and how to tap into weaving, an ancient magical power that redefines her trajectory in life.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our worlds, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through
Add
her
this to my
newfound power,
backlog.
she reweaves these stigmas
I'm
and mends
pretty
the
sure
afflicted
it'll be a Game
creatures
Pass
she
game.
encounters.
So,
As
play it
Hazel
at any
discovers
point.
her power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
You up here, my salvation.
Among them is good old Catfish, the storyteller who becomes both the guide and companion to Hazel across the game.
It ain't every day I hear about
is
a
it like the Cheshire Cat
Would
from
you kindly do your weavy thing and help me down?
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning
Alice
of
in
Hazel's
Wonderland?
journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and
Be it
powers are
Cheshire
designed around
Catfish.
textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These
Creepy.
hates trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each Ent has its own unique moveset, strengths, and
They saying
weaknesses
Ent?
that you'll need to
Like
learn
Lord of the
and
Rings?
adapt to. For example,
Or are they saying
the slug
something
burrows
else?
on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar, while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks, and charge attacks. But close combat is risky and can backfire because Ents have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills becomes the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos, push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption,
This
which
looks
has the
cool.
added benefit of providing elbows and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities. As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves
skill
and
tree.
improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize. The upgrades will change how you approach combat.
This looks like my type of
enhancing
game.
area
I'm saying it right
attacks,
now.
or
So
refining
far, they're
push
showing all
and
the
pull
3D
skills to
action
improve
games, and I'm like,
precision
yes.
and make them feel more rewarding. The combat
I got no
system
time
is
to play
fast
them all, though.
and responsive, built around chaining attacks, landing precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around?
You can see every place old Molly terrorized.
Oh
and
wait, when
more,
does this one come
down
out?
For the low, low price of a
I might try to fit it in
In
if it's
Hazel's
not a
search
long
for her
game.
mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own
I need
Southern
to
Gothic
like jump
history.
into new games as they're
You'll gradually
released,
uncover the
if I
backstories
can,
of these
but-
beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered.
Ooh,
As a
creepy.
weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
I really need to look at the 2025 like release
What kind of
calendar
person would do that to someone?
and try to plan out like when I'm playing
We
streaming
designed each
games.
region
The
to
problem
reflect
is
the
most of
creature
them
that's been
not
doing the
announced
wondering.
because of GTA 6.
From
Nobody
the
wants to announce their
atmospheric
games until that one's
environment
announced.
to unique music themes
So I don't
composed
know.
for each
I don't know when games come out now.
While not all
this year.
encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflect the
that's cool,
uniqueness
boss.
of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center around a specific thematic. These encounters feature
Damn,
multiple
that's
phases
that's
that
just
embark
that's
in
just
complexity.
the alligator is kind of like Tortuga.
The musical theme builds up,
Pokemon.
cranking the tension alongside the fight.
Except instead of a turtle, it's an alligator.
Whether it's Two-Toed Tom or
Got a whole
Hugging Molly,
island on its back.
each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
We got a long journey ahead.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical South, decaying
a cool
buildings
setting for a
reclaimed
game.
by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rugal. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off
The only
evil
like
spirits.
action game
The
kind
way to the
of
past
that I'm thinking
emerges
of
as central
where
themes, which you can see through old
you
abandoned
play in
buildings
a,
and businesses struggling
like
to survive.
a swamp
As you
setting
explore, you'll meet locals who stayed
um,
behind even in the face of a
in
hurricane.
part of the game
So I'm the
is
last
that
person left
Assassin's
here.
Creed Liberation.
All those damn
There's probably
hates.
more, but I don't know.
This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our Moody Compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation, which allows our team to bring a distinct personality
it
and
looks
tone
so
into every
cool.
prop and character. Because this folklore is open to visual interpretation, We embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our own version of a fantastical Deep South.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft around central themes. We're lucky to have talent across all our disciplines that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique personality. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th, and pre-orders are now available on Xbox and Steam.
Soon after the Nintendo Direct. Alright. But I don't think it'll be on Game Pass, right? Did it say? April 8th, fall to 2025. So Ninja Gaiden is quite a way away this year. This is Expedition 33, I believe. Yeah, I don't think after the Nintendo Direct is probably when they'll announce the release date for the Switch 2.
Bonjour everyone.
Which I'm guessing is probably summer, fall.
And welcome to our manor.
It sounds like the console is almost ready. It's in manufacturing,
in
so
France, working on our
I'm
first
more
game,
inclined to
Carrot's Cure,
believe
Expedition
a summer
33.
release.
It's a turn-based RPG set in a fantasy version of late 19th century Belgium.
Right, I remember this game. Yep.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling world. I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong
risky
creative
move, man,
vision.
in this
and we had that
current
defined by 3 core
industry.
elements. A story with great
Gotta work
emotional
that, though.
depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love, and a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Central Interactive on these tenets: a group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
This too is your legacy. Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased.
Oh,
Every year,
shit.
that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other.
I didn't know
And
that's what this
conflicts
story
arise
was about.
because
That's
they have
crazy.
different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustave, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Just need your foot. Aha!
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Jest-Troll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Jest-Trolls across the game. And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Esquier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world. And if you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction. That's cool. Which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism. During enemy turns,
so it's
you can negate
turn-based,
all
but
damage by dodging
also
or parrying at the right
quick
time.
time reaction.
But balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character. We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game. Each character has a unique
I feel like Court might like
Nice
this game.
switches between stances which can alternately boost defense or power. I
'Cause it
personally
looks
like
very
to make
Final
Mel
Fantasy
the protector
inspired,
of the group,
you
but
know?
I'm pretty much
Not
the only one in
exactly
the studio
Final
who plays her that
Fantasy,
way.
but inspired.
Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustave's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called Lumina. Every character has more than 20 unique skills in the skill tree and hundreds of passive effects they can gain through Lumina and weapons. So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
This game looks gorgeous, though. It looks awesome.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Jest-Troll Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Jest-Trolls are like. The Jestro village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels.
Right, reminds me
I designed
very
it as a vibrant place,
Goron,
like an old graveyard of Jestrels, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in.
That's cool.
Same process with the characters. Minoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur, with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Destro.
For SK, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
These are cool characters.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map. And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need SK's help traveling around.
Here we go!
We're super happy
cool.
with the result, though, as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years. That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S and is available day one with Xbox Game Pass. You can already wish the game and follow us for more info.
So they're gonna have South of Midnight at the beginning of April.
We are a small, passionate team. It's our debut game.
Which seems like it. I mean, that game looks great. It seems like a smaller game. I'm assuming people will finish it by the time this game comes out at the end of April.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
I obviously won't be that quick on the
Tomorrow
game.
comes.
I don't know if I'll. I know it's gonna be on Game Pass. I don't know if I'll play Expedition 33 right away. That seems like a much longer kind of game. An RPG inspired by JRPGs that looks like huge and has a massive world. That's not a game I'm gonna finish quickly. I still need to play Eternal. That's on my backlog list right now, so. But Doom always looks fun.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever.
Yep.
And the most important values
I would say so. You're setting it back in like medieval times.
remain a priority for us to this day.
Like a medieval fantasy
And as you're
game
about to
mixed with
see,
Doom.
Those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on id's tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel
They had
like a super
they had some
weapon
sort
in
of falling
center
out
of
with the
medieval war against
original music composer,
Set
right?
in a cinematic
Or am I thinking of
sci-fi
Halo?
fantasy world full
I
of
think it was with
locations to
Doom as well,
explore,
though.
powerful weapons
So
to unlock,
they have somebody
and
new doing the
enemies to
music.
conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So
Yeah,
let's break it
very
down,
Doom.
starting with the combat. In Doom
They got a
Eternal, you felt like a
Fuecoco
fighter
thing
jet.
on the
In Doom the
desk.
Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank.
I like that.
Heavy, strong, but still fast.
I got a Pokemon in an
Grounded
Xbox
combat
showcase.
system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal. And a balance
Ah.
between enemy projectiles.
How great
and
would that
player
be? A
movement speed
Pokemon
that
Doom
makes strafing
crossover?
to aim viable again.
I
Just
know,
like in the
I know.
classic
There's
Doom.
like
But it's not all
fan-made
about
Animal
nostalgia.
Crossing Doom
Innovation is the
crossovers,
goal,
but
always. And so for Doom the Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
yeah.
Block. Throw. Parry. Deflect. All from
Like
one
if Captain America had some balls, you know?
tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game
Like
to stand on
Punisher
its own
became
as a unique
Captain
experience.
America.
So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun.
Yep.
In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot.
Sure, sure.
And in Doom the Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Yeah. Stand your ground. Okay, I like this.
And the Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created it in. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail? Or maybe an electrified gauntlet? Or even a Doom spiked mace? That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle,
Glory
in and
kill
out
system.
as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
The trigger.
The trigger. Yeah.
That's right, we've saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created. Mean. Ancient. Brutal torture machines built to butcher, impale, and shred
Oh,
the
shit.
minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and
Yeah,
see
sure.
how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments.
Give me
to
that
form a new
synergy.
combat loop for Doom the Dark Ages.
Alright. I got it. Did he grapple onto those things before? That's cool. I like the counter that you can do. Ooh.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers.
And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a mech. It's the size of a building.
Of course, why
It's
not?
powerful, and you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists.
Yeah,
If
let's
that
get
wasn't
let's
enough,
get
we
Pacific
also
Rim on
have
this.
for you your very own fire-breathing,
Of course.
gun-toting cybernetic dragon.
Yeah.
Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The Power Fantasy is unlike
What else?
anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun. And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of
The
Doom:
story.
The Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields,
I'm not on Mars
and
anymore.
worlds
The whole
beyond.
series takes
And
place on
through
Mars,
exploration,
doesn't it?
you'll be unlocking new abilities
Or I guess they're going on
and
different
godlike
planets now.
powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game. Where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates, because the battle isn't over yet.
No. What the hell?
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline.
And a lot of
You'll
double
feel like
bass.
you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event
Yeah,
with
but
everything
a
on the
sword
line,
impaled in his
and
chest?
you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make, and make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases,
May 15th. I'm not playing that one on release, unfortunately. I still need to play Eternal. So, all right, those are 4 games. I don't think there's gonna be one more thing. There could be. I should just recap. Cool. South of Midnight might be a game I check out on launch, depending on what I'm playing at the time.
Super weapon in the center of a medieval
But-
war against hell.
All of Hazel's powers are designed
April
around
8th,
textile crafting and spinning wheels. The combat system is built around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
Our reactive turn-based system has real-time
Yeah, Expedition
reaction, which
looks
gives combat
really
greater
cool, though.
intensity and dynamism.
Ninja Gaiden. This is making me want to play the previous Ninja Gaiden games. Okay. Yeah, all on Game Pass. What a cool showcase. 4 cool games. All very soon except for Ninja Gaiden, I guess. But yeah. A lot to look forward to from Xbox. Cool, and then like I said, we got the Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2 happening in April. So a little bit before a few of these games are released. We don't know exactly the release date for the Switch 2, but I'm personally assuming it would be in the summer. Then also the release date on other games is going to hinge around when is GTA 6 going to be released. I think this is like the safe releases here. So we got Doom, South of Midnight, Expedition 33 all releasing around the same time window, which is not in any expectation of when GTA 6 is going to launch. So these are like the safe game releases. Then we have Ninja Gaiden 4 fall 2025, and I think that's gonna be one that's, I don't know where the correlation lies between Ninja Gaiden and GTA, but I think any game being released, no matter the genre, is gonna be like, damn, GTA 6 is releasing that day. We cannot release our game on that day. So I think the Ninja Gaiden 4 release is gonna shuffle depending on when GTA is going to be released. But that's cool. All of these look awesome. If you have Game Pass, there's a lot to look forward to. 3 games you can play pretty soon, within the next several months. What's the next thing on Xbox? So they just released Indiana Jones. And is there something coming out soon for Xbox, or no? Is the next thing going to be South of Midnight? I will have to look into that. I don't think there's anything else really I need to say for housekeeping or anything. There is the more recent episode of the Spawn Trap podcast. We're going to try to aim for monthly podcasts this year, if possible. I should hopefully be recording an episode for our Marvel podcast, Hit Pause MCU, this weekend with Jordan. If we are still on for that, we're still available. And then hopefully more to come on this channel. So definitely make sure that you subscribe, turn on notifications for live streams and for new video uploads, so you don't miss anything. And there's one other thing I think I wanted to mention, but I don't remember exactly what that is. So I'm going to be kicking myself after the stream ends, being like, damn it, I forgot to mention that. But yeah, let me know what game you're most looking forward to here in the comments down below. And hopefully we will see you soon in whatever the next reaction stream is, which I'm not too sure exactly. I do have like actually, I can pull up the Discord here. I can see when our events, I'm trying to keep track of stuff this year as best as I can. The next like big thing, let me see what we got here on our Discord. So there is going to be a spring showcase from Future Game Show in March. So I might have to plan for that accordingly. Also in March, there's another spring showcase from Mix and Kind of Funny. So I might have to plan for that as well. And also there's, I don't think we're going to be doing this. There is an award show coming up, the DICE Awards in February, in the middle of February. So that all depends. It is super late at night when they're doing it, so I would say it's likely that we could do a reaction for it, but I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna do, because that's just a generic award show. We do the game awards because there's spectacle, there's game trailers, there's announcements. That's more. I think that's more appropriate of a live stream reaction. But we could do the Dice Awards. I don't know. You can let us know if you want to see that. But anyway, I'm gonna leave. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, let us know what you're looking forward to here. All right, have a good one.